Hi, everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. I'm Donna Norris, Soul Level Intuitive. Apologies for being just a few seconds late there. Whew. Had a little bit of a kerfuffle at the front door. Hang on just one second. A bit once up here. So how is everybody this evening? Oh gosh, Denise, it's good you're here. Maria, Joe, Shanley, Christina. Oh, so glad to see all of you. Thank you. Thank you so much for being here. Tonight, I'm going to be doing readings for you, for your animals. So I'll start going through, I guess, and see who we've got so I can get to as many people as possible. Let's see. Chanley is asking, may I get a reading from my brother? And Christina, thank you for putting that reminder in there. If you could start with putting it in caps or starting with a question, so that I can tell it's a question. That's really nice. Very helpful. Okay, Chanley, let's see if we can come in touch with your brother. So I feel Mel stepping forward, and as he comes closer to me, it's like he kind of does like this with his hair, but it's like it comes off of his forehead a little bit and up a little bit. And he's got kind of I really wouldn't call it an open smile, but just kind of like a smirk. I'm not really good at facial expressions, but sort of a half smile. Does this sound like your brother, Chanley? Let me go down. I hope you're here and you can give me some. Brother's name is Sambath. Oh, he's shy. Okay, well, that's probably why I'm not getting the big open smile. Oh, good. I'm glad. Okay, so let's see what all he has to say. So first he's kind of standing, with his arms crossed like this and, kind of standing back and asking, what do you think you've been doing? This is what I'm hearing. So whatever it is, it's like you've gone out a little bit on a limb, and yeah, so he's grudgingly accepting what you're doing, but it's almost like he wants to be able to still like he wishes he were still there so that he could just sort of like give you the business. I almost feel like he would like playfully bump you, or not really shove you, but just, just sort of nudge you and stuff. You guys would kind of have this thing that you would do. I don't know if this makes sense. Not really, kind of elbowing, but it's physical but playful, if that makes sense. Oh. Hold on. Shanley says he won't allow me to date guys. Oh, you've been dating. Well, that makes sense. And he's very protective. So what he's showing me is what he wants you to do now is, like, how he would size people up and sometimes be overly critical, but he wants you to size people up and to like look at how they really are. Like, does their walk match their talk, essentially, and really to try to not just see what you want to see them how they really are. You decide if you want to continue seeing them. He's saying you don't have to go along. Just go along. You don't have to just go along, he says. Literally showing me like planting your feet firmly on the ground and standing up, shoulders back, standing up for yourself. And so talking about Think about what you really want and the kind of person you really want. And write it down. He says, like, write it down. Don't settle. Hold out. Wow. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Thank you, Sunbuff. I hope that message makes sense for you. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for allowing me to bring him forward. That was really cool. Where else? Hi, Maria. Sakes. I did have a nice Easter. It was really peaceful and quiet, and yeah, spent with loved ones and friends. So it was very nice. Maria has a question. May I ask, how does my work look like for the remainder of the year? The stock market impacts my current consulting client engagement I'm on, and they have had layoffs recently, so I'm concerned. Okay, I can't blame you for that. Sorry that, you're in that place of uncertainty. I think perhaps a lot of us are. I know I feel like I'm in a place of uncertainty, and I was planning on retiring, but I don't have as much retirement now that the stock market's gone down the toilet. So I'm still working. But I think Spirit's got my back. They're making sure that I have real estate work still to do. So I'll be going to Texas next week, and for starting next week, I'll be offline for a couple of days while I travel, probably, and then you'll see a different background, but I'll still be coming on. I'll still be live. But before that, well, I'm going to do some cards for you, Maria, before I get into this reading. Just want to let you guys know, Wednesday night at the same time, day after tomorrow, I'm going to be on live again with Bree Swanson, and we're going to be going over like signs from our loved ones on the other side, signs that they will send us, our beloved people as well as animals. So I hope you guys will tune in for that. And if you've got a story of how someone reached back across the veil and connected with you, I'd love to hear it. So feel free to come and share that with us in the chat. We're here to share stories and experiences and lift each other up, right? So Maria, let's see what the cards have for you. And I'm using right now the Spirit Animal Tarot. I'm going to use a bumper card from the Oracle, Wisdom of the Oracle too. That's what they're telling me. Ooh, so where you've been in is the Pangolin, which is like the Five of Pentacles. And this is a position of, being fearful of having the mindset of, oh my God, the sky is falling, dark night of the soul, loneliness, loss of security, loss of sense of security. But now coming in right now is the Queen of Pentacles, the Bear Spirit. And this is all about, stepping into inside yourself, knowing that you are not defined by any outside force other than your soul, and teamed with your personality to be the being that you are, and that you can co-create anything. So even if the worst does happen with your client engagement, you will still be protected. It's right here. Earth Mother, protected. A noble soul. Your soul is wise and your soul is old. This is not the first time you've been, you're not a young soul. You've been here many times. You would not have gotten what I call, these are like upper cards, court cards. Lost the word. And then now, my goodness, they're all three pentacles. Now, for y'all that don't know, the pentacles are like the suit of the everyday, the 3D, the making a living, the heart and home and family, and that kind of thing. And the Knight of Pentacles is all about reputation, reliability, and results. And the wolf has keen instincts and a real nose, really sharp ears. So what this says to me is that listen more than you talk. You know, be an active listener in the workplace, especially. Ask leading questions and see what answers you get. See where you're led. There may be another opportunity that comes out of this. It's even better than where you are right now with your consulting. I'm just going to do this one real bumper card real quick. That's a really good reading. I think I would really take heart. Even if something does happen, you're going to come back bigger and better and stronger than you were. Whoa. This is just, you just can't make this stuff up. The regeneration card, what that is all about is coming out of the old way of thinking and the old way of being into a whole new you and a whole new situation. Regeneration is like rebirth. Wow, that's an awesome card. Change is the only consistent thing in life, right? And so as long as we embrace it, understand it, know that our soul loves experiences, and our soul doesn't really label them like we do, good, bad, exciting, boring. They just love all experiences. And so it may be time for you and for your soul to go on another adventure. So I hope that helps, Marie. But meanwhile, remember the wolf and just listen and take stock. I'm not going to say sniff out everything, but take stock of your surroundings and be cognizant of your surroundings. And thank you so much for the question. I hope everything goes okay and you just get a new opportunity with the place where you are. Oh, Poppy and Scooter went for a walk. Oh, Denise, you're welcome for the guide to the archangels. I'm glad you like it. I think it's pretty cool. For those of you who don't know, I did an archangel live on Saturday with my friend Deborah, and we talked about, an hour flew by. We didn't really get to tell as many stories as we wanted to, but I created this archangel reference guide about the 15 major archangels. What they do, what the energy, what their color looks like, their auric field, what crystal they like, and kind of what their superpower is, what they have been imbued to oversee by God, or by the Creator, I should say. So if any of you would like to have a copy of this, it is free. I'm giving it away. Just email me at connect@donnanorris.net and I will be happy to send it to you. There. I'll put my name there in the chat for you. Oh, Chanley, it's your first reading for me. Yeah, I think it is. I didn't recognize your name, but I'm glad you're here. Thank you for coming. Joe, so good to see you. Glad you're here. Can you ask my guides why they're showing me 1010 much more frequently lately? Yeah, let's see what they have to say. I don't know a lot about numerology, but what they're saying is that they're emphasizing a point. They're trying to make a point, and they're trying to, this is actually something good. This is something coming to fruition, getting ready to complete some karma. And you're welcome. So apparently, I don't know, this is something that we talked a little bit about on Saturday, but when our guides are working with us and when our angels come to work with us, even our deceased loved ones, everybody likes to be acknowledged, right? I know we humans like to have a thank you. Our animals respond, to praise. And they're saying, hey, we're here to help, so call on us, ask for us, let us know how we can help you, and let us know you got the message. So Joe, I guess thanking them every time you get that 1010 would be a really good way to start. That's really cool. I'll have to look that up in numerology. Make a note. I don't know anything about numerology to speak of, really. So I hope that makes sense. And thanks for the question. Hi, Spirit Trevor. Glad you're here. How's your pup? I hope doing okay. Hi, Jessica Lynn. Hi, Lois. Hi, Venus. May I please have a message from my guides or angels? Absolutely. I'm going to use I've been playing with the angel tarot cards ever since I was, for the last week for a lot of my readings and my own readings for me. So I'm going to pull out my angel tarot cards and see what your angels and guides have to say through the cards. They work with us through whatever medium we choose, whether I'm doing cards or a pendulum or runes or just, making direct contact. They're there and they will work with us. Spirit is awesome that way. So if you don't have any cards, I love cards. They're like my gateway drug to everything else I've learned in the last 10 years. So they really opened a door for me. And it's amazing how accurate they are. Okay. So your angels want to talk to you about you've been in a place of, the moon, which is Archangel Haniel. And Archangel Haniel is the Archangel of intuition. And so she's talking about that this means that you've been having like some coincidences that are not really coincidences, some serendipitous things that have been happening that you're like, you think about something or think about someone and then the phone rings, or, you're coming up to an intersection and you go, that car's going to run the red light. And then they do that. Those are some different ways that we can get psychic insights, but you can also get just an intuitive knowing about a person or about a situation. You can also feel it in your body. I mean, we have all these clair senses. And so what they're saying is that you've been shifting a little bit more to the right side of your brain, which is the sensing side, as opposed to staying in the logic-based left side of our brain, which is good. And it has a purpose. Of course, it keeps us safe and keeps us alive. But, it's good to have a balance if you can go back and forth between your left brain and your right brain. So it sounds like you're doing a little bit more of that. And what it's coming to is the Three of Earth, which is all about the power of creativity and celebration. This is a really cool celebration card too. And recognition for, I just love all the butterflies in here. Recognition, perhaps at work, perhaps within your heart, knowing that, yeah, I have made some progress. Yeah, I am getting better at this psychic stuff. Or, yeah, I am understanding what my cat or my dog or whatever is trying to tell me. I'm reading the signals. I can connect with them a little bit better. You don't have to be an animal communicator to be able to be on a wavelength with your animal. Y'all all know that, or if we wouldn't have them, we wouldn't love them the way we do. So what's coming up for the future? Where to go? Is the Three of Air. And this is all about taking time to forgive somebody, to forgive others, releasing fears, so that you can perhaps use this creativity and grow through whatever it is that perhaps has been like a scar or like a wound that won't. It's got like the scab that gets getting picked off, it won't clear over and it won't heal. So this is where you're going into now as a time of healing. So let's see if I just have anything else. And I don't know, I'm getting this sort of thing. Like, I don't know if you're getting a new haircut or if you're getting new earrings or something, but there's something going on with your look that they're all about. They think that's awesome. So I don't know if that makes sense, but I'm going to try to remember to scroll down and see if I'm getting feedback here. Yes. So anyway, I hope that makes sense, Venus, and thank you for the question. Jessica Lynn, may I have a spirit guide message, please? Anything they'd like me to know? Sure. I'm going to switch over to the spirit animals. They're saying 2 cards. Okay. Where you are and where you're going. Whoa. So where you are is the Rabbit, which is the 7 of Pentacles. And this is all about hard work paying off, reaping what you sow, feeling recognized, feeling seen, feeling heard. That's where you are now. And you know, maybe shifting your perspective and the way you see things. And the next one that's coming up is, oh, Raccoon, Page of Wands. Going into free-spirited, having a little fun, curious, new ideas. So that's awesome. I hope that makes sense for you. But focus on your new ideas. If you want to know what they'd like you to know, you know, be open to those shifts, that shift in perspective, maybe looking at something from a different way. And take advantage of those new ideas. Be a little freer. Ooh, gosh, that's a fun reading. I hope you enjoyed that, Jessica Lynn. I hope that makes sense for what you're facing right now, what you're going through. Hi, Lauren Hutzinger. I'm glad you're here. Pure Joy LN, nice to see you. Denise says, let's see. I'm having laparoscopic surgery next week, so won't be able to lift over 10 pounds for 6 weeks. Can you help my dogs understand? Okay. Starry and Sky, as I recall. Please correct me if I'm wrong. So as they come in, I feel like Starry comes in first and is a little more of the, I don't want to say bossy pants, but kind of the leader, taking the lead here. And what I'm being made aware of is being made aware of a down command. I'm sure you've probably had, oh, she says correct, thank you. A down command for them. They're feeling like they're understanding that something big is coming. So I just want you to know that when you come home and you're not feeling yourself, and you probably won't be for a little bit, they're going to be responding to that energy. And I almost feel like Starry will be like telling Sky to settle down, like the enforcer, hall monitor, if you will. God, that'd be awesome. Starry definitely is the alpha. Yes, they know the down. Starry wants to climb on my lap now. Well, she just thinks she's number one. So what I'm showing her is, as you know, they think in pictures. So we need to think of them, think at them, and think laying on the floor beside wherever it is that you're lounging. If you're lounging on the sofa, like behind me, or if you're in bed or something like that, you know, just to be on the floor beside you, or, you know, down where they go. And just continue to give them that picture. And every time they do it, lots of praise. And I think you could even start to practice that between now and the time you go for your surgery or your procedure next week. Yeah. So I feel like they are so smart, and I think they'll get it. Sounds like Starry. Oh, the enforcer? Yeah, maybe so. I do feel like Starry is more of like a Zen kind of soul, a little bit more mature soul than Sky. Sky's younger soul. Yeah, that's the image I needed. Yeah, so just continue to see them on the floor, or where you want them to be. And I hope that works. I'm sure it will. They're smart dogs. And I hope everything goes well for you. Let me know if you would like me to include you on my Reiki list. And I'm starting now. We're kind of getting close toward the end of April. Starting next week, I'll be putting people in through the month of May. So please let me know if you would like. You can email me at that same email address if you'd like to be on my Reiki list to receive Reiki energy every day for a month. No charge. It's just my outreach. Let's see. Maria, you're a doll. Thank you so much. Please hit like and subscribe to the channel. I think I'm like 2 people away from 1,500 followers. Of course, I'd like to have as many as I can possibly get so that I could do more work and help more people. But yes, please hit like and subscribe. And thank y'all for remembering the things that I forget. And thank you, Christine, for echoing that. Oh, geez, Maria. Yeah, the last 26 years of savings have diminished. Yeah, thank you. And thank you for the good wishes. I'm going to go see my mom and dad. I'll know, some of y'all may know, they're not in the best of health. And my dad is on hospice, so I want to go spend some time with them. It's their 66th wedding anniversary coming up next weekend. So I'll be there for that. And then I'll be going down to the coast of Texas, down to Houston, Galveston area to do some real estate stuff. But I'll be back here in Florida mid-May. Let's see, Pure Joy LN. Would you please ask my dog Izzy why she does not want to eat her kibble food? Sure. I wonder if that's her in the picture. That is such a cute baby. So cute. Let's pull in Izzy. As Izzy comes in, she's just kind of like this body wagging kind of girl, but she has this cute little way of like dipping her head down, and when she almost like shy when she wants to come get attention. She's sort of like shy about it. And she's showing me like putting her paw on something, like just like putting her paw on something. So when I ask her about her kibble, what does she think of her kibble? I'm getting this taste in my mouth, like, I don't know how to describe it, like powder, but kind of a little bit like burnt toast, if that makes sense. A little bit of that char taste. So I'm going to do body mapping. For those of you who don't know what that is, that's where they allow me to feel in my body what they feel in their body. So Pure Joy LN, let me just see if Izzy will agree to that. Yeah. And I'm going to go 1 second. She immediately takes me to like the top of my abdominal area, which is where my stomach is, I guess. But and it's sort of like clenching up. Also, sorry, it's also like sticking to the inside of her teeth, sticking to like around the gums, kind of getting wedged up in there. So I'm not sure if you have changed foods. But it feels, sorry, it feels really heavy in my stomach too. So I don't know if it's possible to maybe switch Izzy to If she's on beef, switch her to lamb. If she's on chicken, switch her to turkey. Lamb and turkey are not as hard on their digestive system. And so maybe that would be something that you could consider doing, and then just sort of blend it into the existing food over the course of a few days and then try to switch them over. Hang on just a second. I'm going to see if I'm getting any feedback. That's her in the picture. Oh, she's eaten the same food for 14 years, but she has had some health issues recently. Yeah, it could be that as she's aging, her system is slowing down, just like all of us as we get older, our system slows down. Like we don't make as much collagen, we don't have as much muscle mass, we start to lose bone density, and our internal organs are all the same, and it works the same way with animals. So it may be that she needs a little bit lighter, a little bit different food. And if switching like the type doesn't seem to help, you might try going to, if she's getting food with grain in it, switch to grain free. Or if she's getting grain free food, maybe incorporate something with just a little bit of oats or barley or wheat or something like that, just to see if that would help her. So I hope that helps. Oh, I mix different canned food on our kibble. Oh, that's cool. I do the same thing. I use Freshpet though. I don't do canned, I do raw, and I just put raw with their kibble. So I don't know if that's something that you would consider, but just a little something that's just a little softer. I find that the raw food doesn't stick to their teeth, so that's good for them too. And when I give mine kibbles, they're little bitty, like small dog kibbles. And for bigger dogs, it's good because they don't chew them, crunch them, or get them stuck up in their gums. They just swallow them. So that might be something you could think about doing too, is change the size of the kibble. So yeah, but that's what I'm getting, is it's giving her a stomach ache, to be honest, bottom line. We'll go talk to people at the food store. Raw is an interesting idea. Thank you. Yeah, I use Freshpet because you can get it at the grocery store, but you can also get it at the pet food store, and in many different varieties. So I hope that helps. Pure joy, Ellen. I hope Izzy feels better soon. Lisa P. 73. I will have a few stories to tell you about my parents and my uncle reaching across to give me a message. Oh, good. Good. I'll look forward to that on Wednesday. Glad to see you there. Spirit Triber. Hi, sorry to ask more Jack questions. Do you feel he'll calm down soon, and can we trust him? He is very smart and so sweet, but doesn't love having behavior corrected. Oh, I have a previous dog bite trauma. Oh gosh, I know that feeling. I had a yellow lab actually bite me and left scars. My yellow lab. So let's see, let me tune into Jack, okay? He comes in and he's just like, he's just so antsy. He's just so movement. If he's awake, he's moving, kind of thing. He's not the type to just sort of lay calmly and be zen. He's not that kind of boy. But what okay. So what he's showing me is it's almost like it hurts his feelings when you just turn your back and don't reward bad behavior. Sometimes, of course, we have to correct them to stop if they're doing something that they shouldn't be doing, or doing something that could, potentially get them into trouble or hurt somebody. But it's like it hurts his feelings if you just like leave him somewhere and turn and walk away. That's very actually effective. That combined with praising the heck out of him when he does something that, you know, that you do, excuse me, you do want him to do, that you have asked of him. Lots and lots of praise. I feel like he's like addicted to want to be a good boy. I'm hearing good boy, good boy. And I don't know if he has learned to shake, but I'm getting like the paw, like he wants to shake. So, feeling into his energy, I'm going to pull up my timeline and just see if I can get a feel for when he might start to settle, because as I recall, we've had some email exchanges for those of y'all on the live here. And I believe he's still a puppy. So I'm like checking in with at his soul level. And it looks like he's going to be better by the time he's a year old, but he'll be much better by the time he's 2. And you guys are going to have he's got this signal thing. You'll have your signals down. Thank you, Jack. You're being a really good dog mama, spirit triber, and a good Emma mama too. You know, you've got a lot going on. So thank you for the question. Maria says, thanks, Donna. I've learned to pivot since 9/11. Oh my gosh, yes. And the 2008 crisis. But this feels different since it impacted my retirement too. I know what you mean. I do. I do know what you mean. Same here. Yeah. But we will get through this. We will get through this. Joe says, thank you. I always thank them. I felt like when I get 1010, I'm always on the right track, but lately it seems a lot more. They are telling me 1010. Have you looked up what 1010 means in numerology? I mean, that just sounds pretty profound. I mean, I don't know. I'm curious to know. Oh, hi, Angeli. Thank you. And thank you for the endorsement for liking and subscribing. I appreciate that. Hi, Ada. Nice to see you. Appreciate the fairy. You're welcome, Jessica Lynn. Let's see. God, y'all are so sweet. Look at all these nice little messages. Disclosure for entertainment purposes only. Yeah, I'm not a doctor or a veterinarian. So hyper and hard to, whoa, shoot. I just lost my, he does do the paw. Cool. Yes, leave him in a timeout. For them, 5 minutes is an eternity. You know, they just don't have any concept of time. It doesn't have to be a long, long time. So yeah, he's hyper and hard to manage around Emma. So it's tricky that Emma is her daughter. Yeah. Ron DeForest, questions are not closed. Put the questions in, please. And thank you for telling him, Venus. Nefarious. Let's see. Mind if I get a reading? Absolutely not. We'll just do a general one. Let's see what your guides and what spirit has to say. Okay, here we go. So this is the scarab. It's the 10 of Wands, which means, you know, a little bit of ambition goes a long way. You can kind of overdo the ambition, and you can become a slave to it, if you know what I mean. Not always having to be it could lead to like perfectionism. It could lead to, you know, a lot of over competitiveness that's can actually not be super healthy. And oops. So what they're giving me now is, oh goodness, maybe it's time to fine tune some of the ambition, because the Seven of Swords, it's like the devil is in the details. Look, the weasel, he's so cute. Try to spend some time, you know, putting on the calm, putting on the face of professionalism, putting on the face of, you know, how you want the world to see you, but try not to make it such a face that it's not the real you, if you know what I mean. So be mindful of that, to be yourself. And then, wow, they're coming back to the Five of Swords. And again, it's another mindfulness about ambition. It says winning at all costs, pride before the fall. So just like I said, be mindful about reining in the ambition, avoiding the tendency for perfectionism and over competitiveness. And I hope that helps. Thank you for the question. Ron DeForest. Oh, cute. Just curious what my purpose in this house is. Okay. I'm going to switch back to the angel cards. And by the way, if you do have a belief of angels in your belief system, and I'm a firm believer in this and that can be true. So if they're not in your belief system, fine. But if they are, Archangel Michael is really good in addition to helping you cut cords of energy that no longer serves you, protecting you, keeping you safe. He is also really good at providing clarity around life purpose and what is the highest and best good. So cut these cards and see what they have to say. Six of Water. It's talking about romanticizing the past, maybe memories from childhood. The Six of Water. See all these, there's all these cups down at the bottom. The water is the equivalent to cups in this traditional tarot. And so it's memories from your history is what's been running through your mind lately. Woohoo! And here we are, awakening, Archangel Gabriel, and he is the archangel of communication, of resourcefulness, creativity. And if you notice, he's upside down. You know, he's like head down this way. This is about looking at life from a new perspective, awakening. You know, it's again, like I was just saying a minute ago, it's really important to be yourself and to allow yourself to not just be a giver, but to also be a receiver. Some of us who are givers have a really hard time with receiving, and it takes practice. It takes a concerted effort to learn to receive. I know it does for me. But here's what's coming up in the future. Ace of Fire, which is a new opportunity, going on a new adventure, career advancement. But it says it's about a change coming up in your life after this awakening. So it sounds like your life purpose or your purpose in this house is about to be made abundantly clear and going forward in a positive direction from it. So congratulations. I hope that helps. Oh, Christina says, do Puppy or Scooter have any messages for me now that all the puppies are at their forever homes? Right. Let's see. Poppy comes in and she is showing me that she would just love to be a lap dog for a little bit and just get lots of extra love and attention. But she's just like showing me like sitting next to your thigh and just snuggled up so that she can be petted and a little nurtured, if you know what I mean. This is where she's making me aware of. And Scooter also is like wanting to be on the sofa. It's almost like you've got one on either side of you. He gets jealous. He really does get jealous. I can feel it. I don't know if you walked around saying it's so quiet in here, you're like, just saying it out loud to yourself, but Scooter's saying it's so quiet, huh? And he's making me aware of like going to a door, like a door that goes outside, like, and getting your attention. Does that make sense? If he has been doing that more often recently? Christina says, that makes so much sense. She keeps coming over and barking at me as I work. I'll pick her up and hold her more. Yes, this makes sense. She didn't want to be held before the puppies. Oh, yeah. Now that she knows what you've been through as a mother, she has a whole different perspective, I'm sure. Let's see. Barb P says, hi, Donna. How can I remember dreams? I'm sure I dream, but never remember them. Boy, this is a tough one. I say that because I have a difficult time remembering my dreams. I will actually sometimes wake up from a dream and think I'll not forget this because it's like so vivid. And then I'll go back to sleep and wake up the next morning and go, what was that dream? I don't know. But one thing you can do is if you do stir in the night and wake up before you let yourself drift back off to sleep, you can keep a notepad by the bed. And even if you're just scribbling in the dark, odds are your memory will come back in the next morning. You can also, if you sleep with your phone next to your bed, you can do a voice recording of what you dreamed of. And your guides are also saying that if you're not getting any memory, but you feel like something was there, you dreamed something, but you just can't get any detail, that sometimes those are downloads. Sometimes those are information that you're being given at the soul level, getting input. That could also mean a lot of times when that happens, you may hear like what sounds like a ringing in your ears, but it's not tinnitus or tinnitus or whatever they call it. It's just those are downloads. And that means that you could be getting ready to up level a little bit, another round. So that's the only way that I know of to remember dreams, though, is to somehow, some way mumble it into a voice recorder in the night, or make a note of it. You do actually wake up just a little bit. We all do in between dreams, especially if they're vivid. Hi, Bora Bora. You're welcome, Nefarious. Gosh, y'all all seem to know each other. This is awesome. Ron says, I have been trying to heal from the past. I am a huge giver. Haven't been receiving lately. Yeah. Sometimes we have to be good to ourselves too, and just allow ourselves to, splurge a little bit on yourself. You're worth it. And if you're not getting any kind of, if you're not able to receive it from other people, you can practice by receiving good stuff from yourself. Do something nice for yourself. I hope that helps. Sounds like things are going to turn around though and do very well. And you're welcome. Hi, David. Nice to see you here. Wow. Christina says, yes, it's very different. We're adjusting, and he does want out front more often. Yeah, he does. Denise says, whoops. Where'd it go? Aren't most dogs jealous? I'm not sure what happened to the comment, but it was there a second ago. Some are, but some are really not. Some are just content to let, others be the attention hog, and they're just content to kind of hang out in the background. But yeah, they all do. I guess we can all be jealous, and they can all be jealous too. Hi, Gina M. Up because you can't sleep. Gosh, where are you, dear? It's 8:51 where I am. Oh, Christina, look, she says, I purchased a dream journal to help remember my dreams. Yeah, there might be some really good tips in something like that. Thank you for sharing that. Oh, you're in the UK. Yeah, no kidding. It's late. Oh my gosh. What is that, like 5 hours? So it's like almost 2 in the morning for you. Bless your heart. Oh my gosh. I might be coming to the UK later this year. Boy, I'm excited. I'm just a little scared about whether I'll be able to get back here when I'm ready to come home. I know that people in the UK will be wonderful and welcoming, but um, I have been somewhat outspoken in some of my beliefs, and I'm a little nervous about whether I'll be allowed to come back. So we'll see. I'm not sure yet if I'm going to go. Yeah, 5 hours ahead. Wow. Amazing. Well, if nobody else has any more questions, wow, this is something. How about that? I got to everybody, I think. Take a burner phone. Oh, yeah. Thanks, Denise. Yeah. I should probably and not use my regular phone. Yeah, Ron, you're in the same time zone. Okay, cool. Yep, Eastern time. It's everything's different now. This won't stay either. This will pass, but can't be too careful anymore. Barb says she does have a journal by the bed, but never think to write the dreams down. Yeah, I know. That's me. And I think I'll remember it, and then I don't. So what I've started doing is, as I stir, my dogs sleep with me, and so they stir. And so I get up to let them out and just let them wake up enough, to open the back door and let them out to go to the bathroom. And then it gives me a little time to write something or dictate something. That might be something when you stir as you're coming out of a dream to get up, go to the bathroom, get a drink of water or something like that, and then you'll be awake enough to make a note. Christina says, one more. Can you tell me what messages my guides have regarding the expansion of my spirituality and my current journey? Any tips or tricks for me? Ooh, I love the idea about doing it. Let's see. Let's see what your guides want to tell us. I think I probably said this before, but I'm getting a very clear sense and feeling that you could do this work. You could do intuitive work if you were to choose to develop your abilities. So it's saying the Queen of Earth, again, being sensible, making time for those around you. Look at how she manifests so much stuff. This is definitely you, Christina. Dealing with challenges in a kind way, in an understanding way, nurturing. It's a responding, not reacting. I also feel like it's there's a way to be of service. There is some way to be of service. And if you're looking at your work as a way to be of service, I think that if you can really embody that, then you're going to be able to get your message to more people, they say. Like, really think about what it is that you're doing and how it is going to be able to bring joy, bring a smile, bring happiness to other people. And they're saying, this is about clean it up, tying up loose ends, working on releasing those things that are still hanging on, that are just not serving anymore, so that you don't have anything slowing you down. When you get ready to move forward, you'll be able to move forward with no cords, or nothing hanging off your back spiritually, if that makes sense. Wow. So this is a time of releasing. I don't know, what are we in? A full moon or new moon, or what kind of moon? We're coming into a new moon on Sunday, the 27th. And so if you could focus between now and then on releasing these things and asking your guides and angels to help you release these things. Ask Archangel Michael to help you cut cords. Ask Archangel Zadkiel to help you focus on how you can use your day and time to be of service, to bring joy and to lift others up. Those are the kinds of things that you can focus on. And then with the new moon, it's all about receiving. You can literally just sit in the stillness and visualize the top of your head coming open, and all of the new good stuff coming in with the new moon, because this is about receiving all the things that we want to manifest and acting as if they're already there. That which we want to manifest is already real, because in another span in time, it is real. So, and just be thanking them in advance for bringing it around. I hope that helps. Wow. I know. Bora, I'm with you. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for the likes. Lori Christine. I'm going to do one. We've got time. Good, good. Message for Gypsy. Why do I feel like Gypsy is like two different colors? And I want to say like brown and black, or brown and, dark gray. But I don't normally get colors with animals. So I don't know. I don't know if that's right or not, Lori Christine. Oh, look at all this cool stuff. So just drawing a card, and I'll tune back into Gypsy, but this is all about the cow is all about abundance and love and creativity and fertility. And then coming into the Wheel of Fortune, which is the honeybee, making that gold. All right. Good major karmic events, like so what Gypsy is showing me is that she's reaching back and bringing up another soul. I don't know if you have gotten another animal in the time since she's crossed over, but there's another soul coming in for maybe another animal, another person coming into your life. So be ready to make room for that. Ooh, cool. Can't wait to see how that turns out. I hope you'll let me know. Jennifer Parr. Let's see what your angels and guides have to say. Okay. Oh my goodness. The Lovers. That's a major arcana sign. This is a big deal. There may be an important relationship that you have some big decisions to weigh in on, or this may be a new relationship, but it's also about, maintaining good health and taking care of yourself, loving on yourself. So this is where they want you to be. Then where are you going? Holy smokes. This is so cool. The wheel, which is Archangel Michael. Oh my gosh. Time of positive change, the situation suddenly moving forward, and fortune is on your side. Look at that. You see these dots? These are all four of the elements: earth, wind, water, fire, and they're all at your disposal. Incredible. Boy, have you got some stuff to look forward to. Way to go, Jennifer. That's awesome. So I guess, let's see, it looks like time is up for the day. Linda says she's been writing her dreams down. Yeah, she remembers them easily. Okay. Yeah, even the ones you want to forget. That's good. Oh, Venus, perhaps we can do Broxy soon. How she split her paw pad. Okay, I'm going to go real quick. There was something like, it feels like a piece of glass or a piece of metal sticking up out of the ground. And yeah, it was just like she got stabbed with it. Bless her heart. I don't know if that makes sense for the way the wound looks or not, but gosh, I hope you're able to keep it covered. And it's really tough to help to stay clean while they're healing. Paw pads, that's where all they get into all the dirt. Anyway, thank you all so much for joining. I hope everything gets better with Roxy, and thank you all for all the great questions, for supporting my channel. I really appreciate it. So again, please hit like, please hit subscribe, and I'll see you next time. We'll see you Wednesday, I hope. Same time, same channel, and go get some sleep here in the UK. Love y'all. Bye for now.